Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Here is a quick breakdown of the side quest this month, the KNULL'S LAIR week 1. This side quest is super simple. You will receive 2 entry keys by the name of the KNULL'S LAIR keys in mail every week, which will be consumed on entry on this quest. Remember, the same key will work for all threat levels, but it can be only used once. So choose your threat level wisely. Once you complete a threat level, you can receive rewards from the solo objectives for the level you completed and all the below levels. For example, we are going to attempt threat level 5, so on completion we will receive rewards not only from threat level 5 but from all of them up 4, 3, 2 and up till down to 1. Make sure to check your Mysterium and spend it in the trader's outpost as it caps out on 50,000, so if you have some hoarded, make sure you spend some of it out. Now there are 2 specific solo objectives for extra rewards. One is to defeat Venom with a team of only mutants and mystics, and the second one is to defeat Agent Venom with a team of only mutant and mystics. So ensure that you bring a team with only mystics and mutants on so you can get both of those objectives as well. You can also gain some extra points towards the Omega Days Crystal event if you use only Longshot and or Omega Reds for the fight, because they will also give you points towards those crystals. Now for part 1, the defenders are Carnage, Silver Surfer, Storm and Venom with Knull as the boss. The nodes here are going to be Combo Party and Steady Perseverance, so for every 10 hits, the defender will gain a you will gain a cruelty on yourself to do some extra damage to the opponent, and if you get hit, those communities are going to do some damage. Those cruelties are going to taken away from you and will do some extra damage to you. Then there is Steady Perseverance, so after the defender will use a special attack, they will get a stun immunity. Now I'm going to use here my Longshot. Now he's only rank 3 and I'm going to use him for the whole path. Just simply parry and heavy, get those good karma up and the bad karma as well. With an SP2 I am going to do all of that incinerate damage. The reason I'm using this Longshot is I will gain points towards the Omega Days Crystals event, so I can get more of those crystals. And also he is a mystic and only mutant, so I can get the objectives on the Agent Venom and also Venom. So I'm trying to get as many objectives as possible while doing this quest. So Carnage and Silver Surfer are down. Same way Storm is going to be brought down as well, just like that. So that are your 3 path fights, and after that we are going to move to Venom. Now Venom is going to be the sort of a mini boss. The nodes are going to be Readable Determination and also I am Root, so whenever he will use a special attack you are going to be rooted. There is also Special 2 bias, so he is more likely to throw Special 2 instead of Special 1, so be wary about that. I did get hit here, so I lost a lot of health, but being careful here, trying to get his SP1 out. So even if he gets to an SP2, if he's not unblockable, you can block out the special just like that. Now unfortunately I do run 5x5 Mystic Dispersion, so I am pushed to an SP3. So I'm gonna throw my SP3 here and try to get to an SP2 again, so I can nullify all of those buffs and do quite a bit of damage. But if you can manage his power, 1 SP2 or 2 SP2 is enough to take down Venom. Try to keep him to an SP1 only. I know he has a Special 2 bias node. If he throws a Special 2, he's not unblockable, you can try to block it out. Now with 1 SP2, look at that damage. All I'm going to do now is to keep hitting him in his while the stagger is up there, and try to block out the SP2s. Here again he's down to 33%. I think I do die here because of unblockable, and I come back with Absorbing Man to take Venom out. Yeah, just here the unblockable SP1 kills me off. So I'm going to bring in the Mystic that is going to be Absorbing Man, trying to finish him off quicker and just go down to the boss that is going to be Knull. Now for the boss you have plenty of options you can use. I'm just going to use Absorbing Man on this fight, and on the next one I'm going to use a Juggernaut. More on him after we take down Venom. Just a bit of intercepts and then some heavy attacks to take him out. 4% remaining, and just with an SP2 I was able to take him out. Now moving on to the boss fight, that is going to be a null. He has stacking power, enhanced physical ability, and also ebb and flow intercept. So I have to intercept him to do full damage, and the only way I gain power is when I get buffs. Now Absorbing Man does not get any kind of buff, so that is going to be annoying to deal with. But one thing with Absorbing Man that works really well is he punishes armor breaks very heavily. So I'm just using my 4-hit combos and block to push Null to an SP2 and then bait it out. As soon as he does bait it out, I get maximum charges on Absorbing Man. Now I only need to do medium, light, medium, and transfer those vulnerability on Null, and that is enough for me to do quite a bit of damage. I don't need the specials. If I get them, that is good. If I don't, that is fine. The vulnerability will really do a lot of damage, and he is already taking some good damage and down to 75%. And just like that, we'll also throw another SP2, and it will give me maximum charge again. I will try to do one intercept, so with that I can take down his protection with ebb and flow, and then with one SP2 I am able to take him out. Just medium, light, medium into an SP2, and look at that damage, and there goes Null. So that is path 1 is done. You will notice right here, solo objective, I will get Mysterium 13,500, and for every path you complete you get 13,500 Mysterium. This is me going on to path number 2, and I'm going to use now a different team. Now it's going to be a Juggernaut, a Bishop, and a Longshot. I'm going to use Longshot again because the nodes here, they help me out again. So I am just going to do the same thing, parry and heavy with an SP2, and I'm going to run through this second path as well. Remember, Mystic and Mutant team is going to be the best for you because you're going to face an Agent Venom also coming up. So if you defeat them with a mutant or Mystic champion, you get extra objective and you get really good rewards from it. So keep an eye out on that. And yeah, don't worry about all the power gain here because you will nullify it with the long shot, so don't worry about it. And also with Black Widow, whenever she throws a special 2, she gets cruelty and crits. Both of them are nullified, so she is like a food for long shot, and you can easily take her out. This is the final SP2 to drop her, and there we go. Then we have a Crossbones. Now Crossbones also gets a lot of buffs on him, especially Furies, so you need to keep throwing those SP2s. One thing though, with every Fury he will reduce the ability accuracy for Longshot. Now Longshot has extra ability accuracy 300%, so he doesn't really gets affected by it, but still there might be some times that the stagger might not be applied after SP2, so don't worry about it. Just keep throwing those SP2s and you should be able to take him down. So right here I'm waiting for another SP2 so I can throw it out. There we go. And right here you will notice I wasn't able to get any incinerate damage or stagger because of ability accuracy reduction. That's okay, we're gonna try it again and we're gonna keep throwing that SP2 until we get it. Look at that damage, he's almost dead. Going back for another SP2. They are going to do Furies, took them out as well, and there you have it. Before we know, Crossbones is also down. Really a fun and easy quest this time around. The only difficult part is going to be Null, but if you bring in the right champions, you can also take him down quite easily. I am really looking forward to the last week when they will release the Crazy Null as the final boss, so it will be really fun to check that out, the difficulty on him. Now the final defender is going to be a Vision on this path. You just need to be careful about his power gain. Do not give him SP3s or just try to bait out the SP1s only. That is a much safer way. I was playing very dangerously. I was constantly pushing him to an SP2 to bait that out, and I think I pushed him to an SP3, but I got lucky he did not throw any and I was able to kill him. So yeah, again, pretty simple, straightforward fight. Because you keep giving power gain with enhanced parry to Vision, so that power gain can keeps getting nullified and keeps doing that incinerate damage to vision, so that works out in your favor. So long shot is pretty good for both parts, and he also fulfills the objective for you to gain more of those crystals that help you towards the Omega Days objective. So just keep that in mind and you should be good. Just here I got pushed to an SP3, so an SP3 on the way to do some damage with some stuns, and here we are just waiting for the SP2 out, and just like that you can get the path done and you can move on to the boss. Now this time around the side quest, to be honest, is quite easy to deal with. It's not like last time where you had to do so much in order to get anything done, but here it's pretty straightforward. Get the keys, go to your highest threat level that you can do and get everything done. There's only going to be a difficult boss. Make sure you bring in the right champion, and for the solo objectives bring your mystic and mutant team only, and you're able to get through the path relatively easily. And just before the boss, there's Agent Venom with Achilles heel and special to bias. I am just gonna bring in a bishop because bishop can passively stun Agent Venom whenever he tries to shrug off the stun, and build up my prowesses at the same time. Once I have a good SP2, I can throw that out and do quite a bit of damage, and it's easy for me to push Agent Venom to an SP2, so I can go ahead and easily evade that and build up my prowesses. I like to build up to like 40 minimum with those extra unblockables and then let it rip. That will do quite a bit of damage. So just here with 35, he is almost dead, only 21% HP. That's an unblockable SP1. I get clipped by it, but that's okay. 25% health loss, not really a big deal. Coming back up, I think I'll throw an SP1 here, and that was enough to take out Agent Venom. Baiting out the SP2, and the incinerate, whenever they are shocked off they will get extra damage because a skilled champion is facing bishop. So there you have it. That is the second objective done, and you will get rewards for all the solo objectives for the lower threat levels as well. Now here it's going to be Null, the boss, the same one, and I'm brought in a Juggernaut because I want to use his unstoppables as buff so I can keep gaining power. Now the idea is right, but in the beginning it's going to be a little tough because you have debuffs on you and you cannot gain unstoppables. So the first unstoppable would be a little difficult to gain because you're not going to gain any power because of stacking power node. Only you can gain power with dexterity. So your first power gain would be very slow, but once you have that going and you start getting those unstoppables, you will gain a lot of power. Again, just keep pushing him to an SP2 only. Use 4-8 combos and block, and also use 4-8 combos, dash back and light attack for the intercepts. That is a very safe way to do the intercepts, and you can remove the protection from ebb and flow intercept temporarily. So yeah, I hope that helps out and you can get this side quest done. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. It's a fairly easy one this time around. I'll be back tomorrow trying to do that Paragon Gauntlet with X Magica and Magic Thief champions, and I will leave you to it with this takedown. Just I have an SP2 ready. I'm going to throw that out. Waiting for the intercept here. Dash back with a light. There we go, SP2. Now have the liberty to go in. There we have my intercept with an SP2, and look at that power. As soon as I go in, look at that power, back to back SP2s, and just now you can take out Null. So I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.